Well, this is the review of the HillMiles e-bike, and in this video we're going to be talking about the speed, we're going to be talking about hill climbing, we're going to be talking about suspension, pretty much everything you could want to know if you are considering getting this e-bike. So the first thing that I done was took it on a speed test. Let's take a look at that. This is their, I guess, speed test. There is no speedometer on the HillMiles bike, but you can use accelerator or you can use your feet. Top speed is 25 kilometers per hour on this e-bike, and it actually picks up speed really quickly. So there we go, we're at about top speed now, 25 kilometers per hour. Torque from the rear motor is actually quite good. 42 newton meters of torque from that 250 watt motor on this e-bike. So it's basically the perfect commuter scooter in areas where the speeds are restricted and motor is restricted. Now, one of the good things about this model, of course, is that it does have actually full hydraulic brakes, which can give you really good stopping power. So that's definitely a bonus. Okay, so let's do a brake test. So if you're going more or less, let's say top speed, what are the full hydraulic brakes like? So let me just pick up speed here. We're also going downhill and we're on generally smooth surface now. So let's do a brake test. We're probably going about 30 now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoa. Now I did do a brief suspension test, so let's take a look at that video. Okay, now let's talk about the suspension. You only have front suspension on this bike, front standard shock suspension. So let's go on this kind of bumpy road here and see what it's like. It's quite firm, to be honest. There's a little bit of travel. It will definitely help. It's better than nothing. So for roads, it should be okay. I mean, don't expect to go off crazy high curbs with this, and for the suspension not to bottom out, because I guarantee it will actually bottom out. Now you have two options on this bike. Just for a quick note, you can actually pedal it as normal and the bike will just go, so which is quite handy, or you can simply just use the accelerator only. I will show you in a separate video how to unlock the accelerator, so don't worry, that video will be coming next after this one. It'll literally take you 15 seconds and then you're fully unlocked with the accelerator. From a comfort standpoint, the handlebars are quite wide. You have those 26-inch wheels with a very good side tread. So with that suspension, with those big huge wheels, nice wide handlebars, it'll actually do quite a good job. So I will try and bottom the suspension. That's the mudguard banging. I can try, but it's actually not that easy to bottom out, which is a good thing. So it means to do an okay job. Now, one of the good things about this bike is actually the spec, 250 watt rated, and of course you have a throttle there if you want to use it, or you can actually just disconnect the throttle. So if you live in a country where speed is very restricted, this bike will definitely suit you regardless what option you choose. Now, of course, like some of the other e-bikes I've had on the channel that are carbon fiber, for example, this is made out of steel. Now, of course, with that added weight, it means that coming up curbs like this, you're really going to need to just prepare yourself because of the weight of the bike. Going down, the suspension doesn't bottom out that easy, so it's not too bad. But again, it is definitely a bit of an effort compared to carbon fiber bikes. So another good thing about this bike is that the battery is removable. You get two keys with this. You just pop your key in, give it a turn. This comes out, you can charge it through here, bring it into your house or into your office, wherever the case is, charge it. Then of course you can check the status by pressing this button here, if it's at a low charge, a middle charge, or of course fully charged. And then pop it back into the chamber, click it in, take out your key, and then you're good to go. Now there was one issue, mainly that kind of annoyed me about this e-bike, and that was the fact that the discs were extremely bent. But to be honest, the box was actually a bit damaged. This is basically a pre-release model, So probably on the next batch, I guess you could say, or the main batch, that they will be able to protect the discs better, or double box the shipping, and in that way you won't have any issues. Now there is a few features if you're concerned about height. I'm 5'8". This bike is perfect for me. You can of course adjust the saddle if you want. You can also kind of adjust the handlebars there. You can have them more flat to the ground or up a bit more towards your chest. I do really like the look of the bike. I like the look of the frame. It's very nice. The battery is integrated and slots in very well. So very pleased with the build quality. Those 26-inch tires as well give really good grip going around bends. So not much of an issue there. And the gear selecting on this bike with those Shimano 7 gears selects very smoothly. It does also have 160mm disc rotors, just to note. So again, really good stopping power with those full hydraulic brakes. Now this bike does have a front light, and you also get a front reflector and a rear reflector with this bike, plus a bell. From a safety aspect, it's not too bad. Of course, it would be a good idea to get a rear backlight on this. I will go through the full specs in a minute, but let me just give you a closer look at the bike. So you have a really nice display here. Never seen this before on an e-bike. If you want to just choose your gears, you have 5 gears to choose from, 5 assistant gear modes from that 250 watt motor. I will talk about the hill climbing in a second. You also have walk mode, as you can see right here. Handlebars have a bit of a curvature to it. Standard 7 Shimano gears. Really nice thumb throttle. That's nice design. It feels good to the touch. Grips pretty basic, kind of hard around this area. Really solidly built. Welds are not too bad around here, you know, they're not too messy. I've seen a lot worse. Mud guards are pretty standard, but you know, you could get better mud guards if you want, but they will reasonably do the job, to be honest. By the way, you also have quick release connector on the front wheel here. There is no, just as a side note, derailleur protector on the back here, so you can get one and screw it in here so that this part here doesn't get damaged, because when they get damaged they are a bit of a nightmare to fix. Again, quick note, if you do get a flat on this back wheel, you have a quick release connector right here, so you'll be able to repair this. That is a definite bonus. Saddle, pretty basic, not vented, but it will keep you comfortable for quite a long time. Okay, so let's go to the full spec, then I'll give my overall opinion. By the way, this has a 250 watt motor, which is 42 newton meters in torque. So going up a hill is actually not an issue with this e-bike, of course, because you're using your legs. So you don't really have much to worry about from a hill climb perspective. This is not an off-road bike. This is not a hill climber that you live in very hilly areas like, I don't know, San Francisco or somewhere crazy like that. It's not the type of e-bike. It's more for your average size hill getting to and from work, for example. Now, like what I said, this is a pre-release model, so at the time of shooting this video, the website has not gone live. Just stick with me on this one, and then I'll go through the specs that they did actually send me. So it's a high carbon steel frame. Voltage of the motor is 250 watts, 36 volts, 42 newton meters in torque, 25 km/h max speed. Max range is 80 to 100 kilometers. Of course, that's using your feet, going the lower speed mode. But of course, the faster you go, the quicker the battery drains. That's just how things work. It of course has that 36 volt 13 amp hour removable lithium ion battery. It has 7 Shimano gears, 160mm disc rotors, full hydraulic, 26-inch wheels, and it is IPX4 rated, so okay in light terrain. I don't have a price on this model either, again, because this is a pre-release model. If it's, I think, 1,000 or less, I think it would be a good steal. It's an excellent commuter bike, decent suspension, decent safety features, quick release battery, has pretty much everything you could want. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and watch my other videos right now, and I'll talk to you then.